And we finally got some water up here at the dam. The gates are flowing. Now, I don't know. Usually that's a good thing, but there's only been 1 to 2 gates open for weeks, and the fish got acclimated to that. So this could change it for the bad. But generally, that the gates open, flowing is a good thing. I brought one rod to cast with a floating jig head on a Carolina rig. But there's usually bricks with holes in them, but they're out there. The water's up. Last time I was standing out past that beam that's in the water. So the bricks that I was going to put my rod in are 10 feet underwater. But we're going to find somewhere to cast this gulp earthworm on a floating jig head with the Carolina rig. And then we're going to work this swim bait. It's a 1/4 ounce. Probably not heavy enough. I got to find me a brick. Hopefully this ain't no quicksand, swamp mud. And this Carolina rig with the earthworm, I had a nice creek chub on there. And we got some swamp, some sink sand. You know what? Last time out, I was not sure if the water was just cold or I had a hole in my waders. And I'm confident now that I got a hole in my waders because I just stepped in that water and it did not have time to get my foot cold. And I felt coldness, which means water's coming in. But that's okay because I don't like these waders anyway. I have another pair and I cannot find them. As of now, we're looking for a brick, a cinder block to set our pole up in. They're out here, just got to find them. Look at that water, ain't it beautiful? Beautiful. Dirty 30 says morning, buddy. Good morning. What is that? Oh, it's a beaver. I thought it was a river otter. I would say, oh, a river otter died. They're rare, river otters. Shoot, that is an otter. Oh, that's sad. There's not many otters around here. They actually were hunted to the point of extinction. They weren't extinct. It's one level before extinct. Like extirpated or extirpated or something. But Ohio in the 80s did a river otter project and reintroduced like, I think it was like 12 otters, and now there's like hundreds of them. They did so good. Look how clear this water is, which is weird because the waves in the water ripping, usually it's all murky and cloudy, but it's crystal clear. You know, I'm a little concerned that otter being dead. I seen a walleye up on the bank dead, which is rare. And last time I was here, I seen 2 sauger on the bank dead. Yeah, I don't. Oh, all right. There's a cinder block. Now nope, that ain't a cinder block. It's a brick. We got 8 people. 8 people watching me walk around in the water looking for a cinder block. See, this was all land a few days ago, and everyone was standing fishing here. And they brought all the blocks to the edge of the water. And now, since the river came up, they're underwater. But I'm looking for a block because we're going to cast this for some walleye. And then we're going to cast this Carolina rig with a gulp earthworm. Whoa, that was a big roller. Oh, all right, there we go. I'm going to have to time it between the waves because it's too deep. My head will be underwater and this camera. But if I time it just right when the wave dips down, we should be able to grab it. Let's see, right. Oh, nope, here comes some big ones. Let's wait. There's like never. No, I'm waiting for a good time, and now I think about it, there's not a single good time. All right, here we go. Oh, got it. Got it, got it, got it. I thought I was going to dip the phone underwater for a minute. Woo-wee! We got our rod holder. We got our rod holder, baby. Shoot, we could have used that little, see that little brick with the little hole? That would have done just fine. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Look, I went all that hiking looking for a brick, and there's one right there in front of us. Gosh darn. Woo! Y'all got wet, huh? Shoot. I'm going to have to put it shallow. Actually, that's what we'll do. We'll put this one on top of this one. That way my rod stays out of water. Ideally. It's a little wobbly. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. We got 7 people. Keith said, good morning. Hope everyone. Yeah, good morning. We're fishing. Don't have long though. I only got about an hour. I got a doctor's appointment for my leg. I was fishing Saturday, maybe Sunday. Anyways, this weekend, and I buckled. My leg gave out. It popped. It wasn't a good kind of pop. And it wasn't the kind of like a crack, like your joint popping and cracking. I wish it was, because then I'd be like, that's normal. This was like a rubber band pop, like a poof, and I freaking fell down. And it's been hurting ever since. I mean, it's been hurting for months. I thought it was blood clots, or a blood clot on the back side of my knee. But then when my leg gave out and made that popping sound, it was the same exact feeling I've been feeling for months, but amplified by about 20. I don't even know if I got enough weight. I got like 5 or 6 bullet weights on there, 1/4 ounce. We'll see. Yeah, see that gulp minnow with that floating jig head, it floats. So it'll be floating like a couple feet up off bottom. I can say though, one thing that's not promising is when I got here, there was a dude leaving, and then when I got here, there's a guy and a kid, and they are gone too. That usually is not a good sign when it's a beautiful day and people are leaving. That usually means they're not catching fish. Well, our line is going to be right around that metal beam. Does anyone know what that would be for? I've always wondered. Up here at the dam, no boats or nothing come up in here because there's buoys that say no, you're not allowed past that wall. But there's like 2 big I-beams. Like, what the heck would them be for? They've been there ever since I can remember. Dang, and our line is going to be like draped right over top of that metal. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see, let's see. Man, that's a big old splash. Yep, our line is right freaking along that metal. Dang it, dang it, dang it. It ain't touching it, but it's dang close. I had some bells, but man, this rod's gonna get me soaked. I had some bells, but it's so noisy up here, I don't think you'd be able to hear a dang thing anyway. We're gonna try to jam some rocks down in here to get this up. Oh, that fell through. That didn't go as planned. Put some rocks in there to get my rod up a little higher. There we are. We're back. I lost service, but we are back. All right, we got that. All right, we got that situated. I don't know how if it's gonna stay. It's a little shaky. It's a little shaky. I got water on my phone. Are we still connected? Yep. Oh, and I got the old skipjack Cindy hat for good luck. Yee yee. This hat brought me the best 2 days of fishing of my life this weekend. Yeah, that braid I think is touching that dang metal thing. Let's see. Oh no, it's not. We're good. Okay, I'm reloaded. All right, let's see what we can catch. Did we just go for a swim? Not yet, but close. These waves don't chill. Chill to chill. All right, this 1/4 ounce jig is not heavy enough, but it's on there and we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna try something new today too. I'm gonna put a drop shot. Well, I'm gonna put a drop shot on the end, basically a drop shot rig, but I'm gonna jig it, cast it. So we'll have our drop shot on the end here, and then our swim bait a few inches up. Because you get so many snags here, and I'm thinking, you know what? That because the hook is what gets snagged. I said maybe we'll stay out of the snags if I do, because you normally drop shot from a boat vertical. Help if I open my bail, y'all. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. The roof. Man, look at them waves. I better back up. Holy moly. Holy cow. We don't got no surfboard. We just a fishing pole. The roof. Man, one of these waves knock you down. You're going to get freaking swept out to sea. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the mother burn. Burn, baby, burn. Party people, put your hands in the air. Yeah, normally all the locks are open right now. That's normally a very good thing. But my only concern is there's only been 1 or 2 locks open for the past 2 or 3 weeks. And the fish got acclimated to that in those waters. So with the rain and all the locks open, that's a big change for the fish. And it could make, oh, that hit me in the gonads. That one hurt. That hurt. You know when a dog tail whacks you between the legs? That's what that felt like. That's the first time I ever got whacked there by a wave. But anyways, normally the locks open is a great, amazing thing. Fishing can't ever be better. But since it just happened, that could be enough to make the fish, run out of here. But generally, when the locks are all open, it feels like you're on a fishing guide service and paid money to come to somewhere special because you catch fish after fish after fish. I can't believe how clear this water is. It is insane. Usually when it's wavy like this and all the locks are open, it is chocolate milk. Like, it is a rarity to see the water this clear in November. We got 8 people, 6 thumbs up. Come on, y'all, hit that thumb. If you don't like what you see, you can always take it back. Thumbs up are fully refundable. Oh, fish on, baby. Can we land it? Can we land it? Our drag, oh, it's still in line. It's still in line. I think it's a white bass because it's still in line. Oh, it got off. Gosh darn it. Shiitake. Man, that was a good one. See, I should have quit walleye fishing it and just winched that baby in, you know? That's the thing. Being a walleye fisherman teaches you a lot of bad habits. Normally, you just tighten that drag and wrench that puppy in. But with the walleyes, you baby them. Especially when it's a good one, you don't want to lose it. You got to finesse it. But that teaches bad habits. Like, that wasn't a walleye, that was a white bass. I should have tightened the drag and cranked that sucker in. Woo! P&B Paul in the house. You been on Kerr Lake? Do you live by Kerr Lake? P&B catfishing, or was that like a special one-time field trip? The roof is on fire. Anyone that just came in, we got one rod set up there. Cast it out. We'll get a catfish or a sauger or a walleye with that usually. It's out for walleye, but lately that's been catching catfish. The roof. Oh, we had a bite. Man, I didn't bring no gloves. I almost wish I did because, yeah. It's a little chilly. The roof. How quick does that thing sink? Not too quick. Not too quick. Usually a 1/4 ounce will sink lickety split, but today it's not too quick because all the turbulence. Y'all, guess what I did? I got a, you know how you rub a balloon on your head, on your hair, and you get static and get it to stick to the wall and the ceiling and stuff. Well, it was in the morning before school, and my kid has these these balloons for time balloon animals and stuff, and he's messing around with them, and he's about to rub one on his head and stick it to the wall. And I said, no, don't do that. You're about to go to school. You don't want your hair all static and frizzed, because he's got calyx, like crazy calyx that stick up. But anyways, I said, let me see it. And I'm bald, 0 hair on my head. I start rubbing it on my head, and he just starts laughing and shaking his head. But I was convinced with the stubble that was there, I could get enough static. Well, I did it, you know, rubbed it on my bald head and stuck it on the wall, and it slid down real slow. And then I did it again, and sure enough, I got the balloon to stick to the wall, making static on a bald head. He's like, you should make that a YouTube challenge. I said, you know what? Maybe I will. You never know what will take off and what won't. That's the thing with YouTube. Like, the things I think will do good in the videos and the shorts, not too good. And then something that you don't think will do good will get 5,000 views, you know. Like, I got this one short, just a plain old channel cat, or blue cat, and I said cookie cutter blue cat release. And me letting it go, a little dink catfish. It got 10,000 views. And that would be the last one, I would think, that would get any views, you know? Live 2 hours away from there. Yeah, that's a good drive. I'm 2 hours away from Hoover Reservoir in Columbus, where all the big blue cats are. And I've never been there because 2 hours is just, I mean, it's not far if you were just jumping in a car and driving there, but it's far when you're pulling a boat. You know, 2 hour drive, but with the boat, by the time you get off the water and get it on the trailer and get everything packed away for the 2 hour drive, I mean, you know, you might as well say an hour loading and unloading. So 2 hours there, 2 hours back, there's 4 hours, an hour for loading and unloading. There's 6 hours, you know. Ooh, that was a big one. But I keep saying I'm gonna go to Hoover, but I just never do. But honestly, I'm pretty content with what I have here between the Ohio River and the Muskingum watershed lakes in Ohio. Some pretty good fisheries, you know. Like Lake Erie, there's a good example. People travel from all over the world to go to Lake Erie, the walleye capital of the world. I've only been there one time in my life. It's only like 3 hours away. You got people that come from the other side of the world. But again, like I said, I'm happy with what I have. If I get bored to death of fishing the Ohio River, which is very unlikely, then maybe I'll start making trips to like Hoover and Lake Erie. I yeah, there's they say there's 180 species of fish in this water. 180 species. I've only caught like maybe 10. J Dog in the house and the 180 species thing that could be wrong because I have read reports that said 120. It varies. The lowest I've heard is 120 species of fish in the Ohio River, and the highest I've heard is 180. But that's just like catfish. They say there's 1,800 species of catfish worldwide. Well, I've heard that there's 1,500, and I've read that there's 2,200. So it's like it's one of them things. It's just I guess you just can't get an exact number on because like whoever's doing this research and these studies, you know, that person might have only got 120 different species in their study, and another group might have got 180. So it's like, you know, there's different. It varies. Man, look at that duck out there. That thing is a gangster. He's out in the white water. See him? I seen a beaver out there once. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was in trouble. The beaver swam all the way along that wall, all the way out there. I thought it was struggling, trying to get out, and I realized it was doing it on purpose. And it went all the way around there and went into the white water and disappeared, and then popped back out. And I realized I thought it was like struggling and fighting for its life. And then after watching it for a while, I realized it was doing it on purpose. Dang, that duck is all the way out there now. Look. He ain't even having a paddle. He's just freaking chilling and getting pushed. That's like an amusement park ride for him. It's probably a little kid duck. His parents are probably at home. It just disappeared. It must be one of them cormorants because it just went under, out of sight. Probably a kid duck, and its parents are at home worried, wondering where Junior is. He's out here having the time of his life, riding the waves. J Dog in the house saying hi to P&B Paul. Come up to Cincinnati. You know, J Dog, I almost did. My mom does travel nursing, and last summer she was working in. There's a fish that just followed the lure out of the water. She was working in Cincinnati and staying in hotels while she was doing travel nursing at the hospitals down there. And I almost went down and stayed for a weekend because it was a free hotel room. She'd be working. I'd be fishing, but I didn't go. But next time she is in Cincinnati, I might. She ain't even doing travel nursing now, but she's going to do it again here soon. We had one fish, and I lost it because I was being a sissy, fishing like it was a walleye. And I'm pretty sure it's a white bass. And I'm bummed about that because I need some white bass. I've been getting all my good fish on white. I got my PB blue cat Saturday, and it came on white bass. And several other blue cats that were amazing. 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 16 pounds, 23 pounds. And for around here, that's major. Them are fish that people, you know, once in a lifetime fish for around here. I was talking to some guys at the lake, and there's a group of like 5 or 6 older guys, and they're like, "Oh, I've been fishing for 50 years. I've never seen a fish even half that size." But what it is, you know, they stalked Hoover like over a decade ago, and it did so good with blue cats, they followed suit with all the other lakes in Ohio. Well, not all of them, but most of the Muskingum watershed lakes, and they stalked them with blues. They even take blue cats out of Hoover because they said it's overpopulated, and they take big brood males and transport them to the other lakes in Ohio and release them for breeding. I was at the fish hatchery. They had an open house, and there was, you know, like 20 game wardens there, and we were talking, and they started telling me how they because I was picking their brain. I'm like, what's the biggest blue cat y'all seen in these waters? And they're like, 60 pounds. We just released it 2 weeks ago. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, we take them from Hoover and release them. I said, is that the only one y'all? He said, no, we've been doing it for years. But the Amish fish that lake, so that don't mean that there's 50 and 60 pounds in this lake, because the Amish fish it to death, and they keep everything. It doesn't matter. They say, oh, one blue cat over like what is it, like 30, 32 inches, one per person per day. Well, they'll show up with a van with 12 people, and guess what? They'll take 12, 30-inch plus blue cats home that day. They'll even have a baby. They'll have a baby in a carriage and that baby will have a fishing license, and they're taking that baby's fill of fish home, and I'm not even joking. They take them big coolers and big old, like, what are they, like 120 220 quart igloo coolers that are like 5 feet long. They'll have a 18 passenger van and have like 5 or 6 of them coolers and 12 people, and they won't leave until them coolers are filled up. And it don't matter what species, it does not matter. They keep it all. Which my only problem is like, they're not just feeding their families. I'm positive they're selling it. You know what I mean? Don't let the Amish fool you. There's some money making machines. Like people don't know it either. They also breed puppies. They're like the #1 puppy seller. I mean, a lot of people call them puppy mills. I mean, just because they are kept in metal mesh cages like chickens are kept in. And I don't know enough to, like, you know, talk crap, but I do know that the Amish are the #1 selling puppy suppliers in Pennsylvania and Ohio. We're snagged. So they're not above making some money. All right, we're snagged. A lot of times, if you're snagged, you can tighten your drag, and you, like, guitar string or bowstring pluck it. You grab your line, you pull it out like this as hard as you can, and you let it go. But that don't work when you're snag. Nope, we ain't getting free on that one. We're gonna break off, and I'm gonna do that drop shot rig, like I said, if I can find my drop shots. Whoa! I was walking backwards, breaking this snag, and I tripped over a freaking boulder. I about broke my dang neck. That would have been awful. We would have went underwater. Y'all would have came with me. Got 21 folks in the house. Hit that thumbs up. I only see 10 thumbs. If you don't like what you see, you can always take it back. Thumbs up are fully refundable for 30 days, y'all. Yeah, I thought I had a bite. It was the waves crashing. I had a nice creek chub on there, right? And it fell off. I only have one creek chub. So now we got a gulp earthworm. Don't that look like a bite? It's just the waves hitting my rod holder. Yeah, don't that look like a bite? Anywho, let's retie. I've yet to catch a fish. We had that one. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. Look, I found a ruby. Like, just some broken glass. Did y'all see that beach it's all broken glass bottles? It's like an island. It's pretty cool. Instead of sand, it's all glass. But you can walk on it because it's so worn and eroded. It's smooth. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. We don't. You know what? We're gonna use this if I can find a jig head for it. Well, actually, I'm gonna use what been catching fish. I wanted to use this 6 cents. Check this out. Look how light this 6 cents panoramic, the panoramic 2.0s. How real does that freaking look? Oh, it's alive. Got it. Now, I've been having all my luck. We're going to put this on first, and then we'll put the panoramic 2.0 on. I've been having all my luck on the pulsar, the ice. We got 15 wonderful people in his house. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the mother burn, burn, burn. The house. All right, I'm trying to find a jig head, y'all. I know I got one somewhere. Here we go. Jig Head City, baby. I guess people don't like watching me retie. I went from 21 people to 8 people. They're lost because we're about to hook up on one. We about to hook up, baby. Yeah, we got a bunch of jig heads. We got a bunch. The roof, the roof, the roof is on. Oh, I almost forgot to put my rubber bands on there. Them jig heads would have been all in my pocket. All in my pocket. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the money. It's real wavy and windy today, y'all. I know it probably ain't the best audio. Y'all know McDonald's has fresh Krispy Kreme donuts now? Now, I don't know if they mean like freshly heated or if they're actually pouring the batter and deep frying these puppies. Oh, I don't like that. We're going to have to redo that one. There's another place I was going to go to. Plus, we caught or not me, but I seen someone catch a skipjack there, and I haven't seen a skipjack in this section of the Ohio River in over 10 years. I was on my boat, and these people were on land, and I heard them. We caught a they caught something. I'm like, what'd you catch? They're like, a skipjack. I'm like, no, you didn't. I'm like 30 yards away in the boat, telling them what they caught. I'm like, no, you didn't. We caught a skipjack. No, you didn't. But I got closer. I could hear it flipping. You know how when they flip, their gill plates like make that clacking sound? And then I got closer and I could see its white belly, and then got even closer, and sure enough, they caught a skipjack. That's the first skipjack I seen in 10 years. We used to catch skipjack by the coolers full. People did. I even made a comment a few times to people like, y'all should stop doing that. They're not going to be around forever if you keep that up. They're like, skipjack! And they laugh because you caught them your whole life. But guess what? Yeah, this wall used to just drop anything down. Minnows, jigs, curly tails, anything. Sabiki rigs. You have a sabiki rig with 3 hooks. You drop it down, you're pulling 3 skipjack out. That's how it used to be. And now, nothing. Not a one. But anyways, that dude did catch one down at the creek mouth on the Ohio River, and I was going to go there today and fish. But we don't have that much time because I got a doctor's appointment for my leg. I freaking collapsed on the boat. My leg popped. And it wasn't a crack like when your joints or ankle cracks, like a joint crack, like knuckles cracking. I wish it was that kind of pop because I would know what it was and that would be normal. This was like a pop, like imagine if you stretched the rubber band out and you flick that rubber band like a poing, like poof. And I was stepping on the boat and there was no room to step with my foot like this. So I stepped with my foot turned and my knee was twisted and it popped and I fell down and oh my goodness. Yeah, see, look, dead walleye. And last time I was here, there was 2 dead sauger. And now there's a dead otter over here. I'll show you. We'll go see the dead otter. Just because otters are rare around here. They were almost exterminated in the 18 and 1900s in Ohio. And in the 1980s, DNR released like 12 river otter. Not knowing, you know, they didn't expect much. Well, they actually repopulated. And they went from, they weren't extinct, but what's it called? One level below extinct. Like extrapolated or extirpa something, or but whatever one level below extinct is. But they released like 8 of them or 12 of them in the 80s. And now there's hundreds of them. But it's kind of concerning because last time there was 2 dead sauger on the bank, which I've never seen. And then that dead walleye, and now a dead otter. I'm pretty sure it's an otter. Yeah, it's an otter. I thought it was a beaver that lost its fur, but it's an otter. I don't know why or what happened, but it's sad to see something that's not, you know, that's rare. Most people go their whole life in Ohio and don't see a single otter. I mistaked an otter one day for a flathead. I was downriver on these barges, these old abandoned barges that are sunk in the riverbank. And I seen this huge, this otter was like twice that size. And I mistaked that for a flathead. It was underwater a couple feet swimming. And I thought it was like brownish. And I thought it was a huge flathead. And I'm watching it. And I'm getting ready to tie a hook on to try to catch it, you know. And I'm watching this flathead swim. And it swims real up close to the bank. And I'm like, man, that thing's going to get stuck. It's getting so shallow. And this flathead swims up and walks away. You ever see a flathead walk away? Well, it wasn't a flathead. It was a freaking otter. But that's how rare they are. You don't ever see them. I've only seen like 2 of them in my whole life. But it's kind of concerning because that East Palestine train derailment happened like 100 miles upriver. They say nothing made it into the river, which I did read the official reports on it, and there's some creeks that flow into the rivers, and they dammed them up and stopped the chemicals. They stopped them, they say, before they even made it into the main creek that would flow into the river. So not only did they not make it into the river, they say that they didn't make it into the creek that would have had the creek that flows into the river. It didn't even make it into that creek. They stopped it into some like secondary creeks. And I kind of believe it because it's not only the official report, it's other independent agencies, private agencies did their own studies. So, but those people could be bought and paid and get paid off. So, but it was seasonably warm. We got one. Oh, it got off. Tukang Montembolo. That's a cool name. Awesome. Have a couple otter dens, house, patio, river. They're so cool. Yeah, they're cool to watch. I remember when I seen my first otter. No, not endangered. If y'all look it up online, look up like I don't know what you'd Google, like I don't know, but it's not endangered. It's when something's almost extinct, but not quite. Like there's different levels. There's extinct, which means gone, gone forever, and then there's like a level right below extinct. I forget what they call it. It might not even start with an E. I could be wrong, but then there's a level below that. There's like different levels. Like before you reach extinct, there's different levels. But the otters were one level below extinct. Because extinct means they're gone forever. There's you'll never like dinosaurs are extinct. But the otters, they weren't extinct, but dang near. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. We had another bite. We do have our good color on. This color, we've been catching a bunch on this ice. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. There went a truck that just about wrecked me. The white Ford, there's a semi truck pulled over on the side of the road, like pulled over, like off the road. So I'm going around it, not even around it really, like more like just driving. It was off the road. Well, there was a F-250 in front of that semi truck, and it pulled out to get onto the road and cut me off, like 100% cut me off. It was awful. If I was in my truck, oh, don't tell me we're freaking snag. Whoa, that's a big wave. Whoa, 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 holy moly, whoa. Yeah, if I was in my truck, I would have been in a wreck because I would have never been able to stop that quick. Goodness, good thing I was in my car. You gotta love German engineering. The roof. Are you waiting? Yeah, we're waiting. See? Some people, last time I was waiting, people thought I was on a jet ski. No more jet skis, y'all. I gotta winterize my jet skis tonight. Oh, y'all, my pole's gone. Remember? I had the bricks. Holy sh! And that's my ugly stick carbon. It's my best walleye rods I got. I don't even remember where it was. Oh man. I hope it just tipped over. Oh, there it is. Thank you, baby Jesus. Thank you, thank you. I hope it's not broke. Oh. We're gonna recast this. We're gonna check our bait and recast it. Cause that metal beam out there. Oh, how did we get snagged? It was just coming in. All right, we're free. We're free. We're free. Man, that was a close one. I thought it was gone. I thought something pulled it in. I said I had my drag loose. Gulp. I had a creek chub on here, a nice big juicy creek chub. And it fell off before I could even get to the water. I don't even know how it fell off. We're gonna have to put them bricks somewhere else because they're getting pounded too much by waves. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. The roof, the roof. We'll set them back here, make a little barricade. Y'all, my heart sunk. I thought I lost my, hold up. I thought I lost my rod. Yeah, I can't get over how clear this water is. Usually when the locks are all open, it's like freaking chocolate milk. There we go. All right, let's see you pulled over now. Well, it's still wobbly. Look. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. All right, let's go catch a fish. Enough playing. Enough playing, y'all. I am confident in this color. The ice, the white ice, pulsar. Because, whew, these waves are crazy. I wish I had my Grundon's jacket on because it's waterproof and I can get out in it. I got this. I'm wearing a fishing vest and it's like this cloth. It soaks water up like a sponge. Like if I get in water, the bottom gets wet and it just the water starts coming up and the whole thing will soak up like a sponge and I'll be soaked. Woo! These are some rollers, baby. Rocking and a rolling. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Get it, get it, get it, get it. 13 thumbs up, 17 people. Come on, double tap that screen. Double tap, double tap. If you don't like what you see, you can take it back. Oh, look at them. Soaring like an eagle. Yeah, double tap that screen. If you don't like what you see, you can always take it the thumbs up back. I won't hold it against you. Whoa! It sucks these waves are so bad because, like, you can't really wade efficiently. Normally, I'm standing out there and don't even need waders. Like, we stand like 15 feet out past that metal thing. Does anyone know what that would be used for? It's been here ever since I can remember. There's no boats or barges up in here. The barges are over there on that side of the lock. No boats are even allowed in here. What would this, like, what is this for? These steel beams, they've been here for like, ever since I can remember as a kid, they've been here. Like, what would they, like, do you think they predate this dam? There's a 55-gallon drum out there floating. Hopefully there's no body in it. Steel walls, but for what? Like, there's nothing here. It's a dam. You think it predates the dam and they just left it? They're supposed to put hydro in here. In like 2 years, they're supposed to start a project and put hydro dam. The hydros are going to go there, and they say they're going to have a fishing pier here. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't. I don't know if it's going to make the fishing worse or better, or if they're even going to care about the fishermen and they're just going to only care about the generating power and making money. Like, in other words, I don't think a fishing pier. I seen the diagram, the not the blueprint. What's it called? The model, and it has and shows a fishing pier. But are they just saying that to keep people from, uh, fighting the project and stopping it? And they're not going to build a fishing pier, or are they really going to build us a nice fishing pier? Because this pier, like the water's up right now. Normally, there's no water under that pier. You drop your lines down and you drop them on dry ground. Like you can't even fish it because there's ground underneath of it. It used to be like 15, 20 feet deep under that whole pier. This was all water. Well, it's water now because it's up, but this is normally all gravel, a sandbar. But when it floods, the creeks flood out and push sand and gravel, and it's built up. But this all used to be 15, 20 feet deep over the years, or years ago. But over the past couple decades, the gravel and sand just kept piling them, and they haven't dredged. I haven't seen them dredge this in like 25 years. Got 8 people. 8 people. Guess I better catch some fish for those 8 people. Especially if anybody's up. Here comes a big one. We're just gonna hold our ground, plant our feet firmly. No, that wasn't as bad as I thought. That wasn't as bad as I thought. It's the ones you think that aren't gonna be bad is the ones that get you. Chaos Divers was live last night. Did anyone catch them? They weren't on the water. They were, in their house. But I was watching. They look different, Chaos Divers. Like, I don't, like Jake and that blonde chick, I forget her name. But I don't know. I think she was wearing glasses and she normally doesn't. And her hair was straight, and I think it doesn't. But he looked different too. I don't know if he lost weight or if he dyed his beard or got a haircut or I don't know. But they both looked very different. Did anyone catch Chaos Divers live stream last night? Those steel panners are about 12 inches wide and interlocked to make shoreline. Huh. Yeah, they do look like they interlock. Do you think they predate the dam? The dam was built in like the 50s. Yeah, I was concerned that the fishing wasn't going to be too hot today because when I got here, there was a guy and his son and they left, and there was another dude and they left. Usually, when you see people leaving on a beautiful day, that's usually not a good sign. But I don't ever let that discourage me. Because for all you know, it could be the first time them people ever fished and they don't know lickety lick. Hey, that's not a 50-gallon drum. That's a freaking log. Look at that sucker. That's a huge log. Maybe that's a log from the, what's that log raft Shelby's looking for on Swamp Loggers or Log, whatever that logger show is, Shelby down in Louisiana. He's always like at the Bobalusa, the lost Bobalusa log raft or something. I guess there was this huge log raft, the old original old growth wood. And I guess it was like 100 yards long and it sunk or got washed away in a flood and all broke up into pieces. And he's been hunting for that wood, pieces of them logs. He's found a few. And you can tell when they're old cut logs too that they retrieve from under the water because they're not cut with a chainsaw, they're cut with an axe. But he's been searching because these logs, they're worth like 30 grand a log because the wood is preserved and old growth, I guess they call it. All right, let's catch a fish. Let's quit talking. Let's get serious. I ain't been focusing on fishing. I've been talking. I've been having a good time jawing. Been having a good time jawing away. Oh, I forgot I moved my rod. I looked back behind me and I thought it was gone and tipped over again. When I seen that gone, the first thing I thought was a catfish pulled my rod in. Whoa, dang, that about took me over. See, that was a little wave. I didn't even think nothing of it. And it almost knocked me backwards. Yeah, Cindy was fishing in the rain last night. I fell asleep listening to the rain drop on the roof. Oh, we had one. We had one and we didn't have one. And my feet are cold. This water got cold. That rain we had, it rained all yesterday. And let me tell you, it must have been some cold rain. Look, something's on fire. Something's on fire. Fire, fire. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the mother burn, burn. Nah, it's probably just a barge diesel engine that ain't running right. They're doing something over there. There's never that many workers over there. They got like, you can't see it, but there's a whole bunch of orange construction tape. And then there's a bunch of these dudes riding in these little, like, see that little yellow cart? Looks like them carts they use in nuclear facilities, them little yellow carts like that they ride around in. Speaking of nuclear, how about freaking Ukraine poking the bear and the United States saying go ahead use the long range missiles. And you know what's crazy? Like no one even they just said okay use long range missiles, but they didn't specify no clarity what kind of missiles, the JASMs, the ASAMs, and then more importantly they didn't specify what targets, hard targets, soft targets, nuclear facilities. Like they said, all right, go ahead, use them with zero clarity, zero like stipulations. Like people keep talking World War III. Sorry to break it to you, we're already there. Already there. There's so many wars going on right now. They don't even report on them. Like over like freaking United Arab Emirates. You know, like Dubai, Egypt. Uh, you got that whole war. The one like the Lebanese war, and then it changed. I forget what they called it. It started out as the Lebanese war, and then it changed to another country, and now, yeah, and then everyone's fighting by proxy. Like, like United Arab Emirates aren't fighting directly, but they're supporting and supplying. Like, and then Iran too. I like Iran's fighting two people. You know, the Israel, but they're also fighting another war. But there's so many wars going on, the news don't even report on it. But anyways, back to my original thing. Like I talking about them golf carts. It looked like the yellow golf carts they use in nuclear facilities, and that got me thinking about how the state said to go ahead and use long range missiles on Russia. It's like they keep poking the bear. Like, like they have, like, man, yeah, they just keep poking the bear. Like they're treating it like it's a game. Like if it wasn't for changing wind patterns, Russia would have done nuke Ukraine by now. But the wind patterns are not consistent enough. The radiation will blow back into Russia. But they did use that. They successfully launched and targeted their first ICBM. It was non. It wasn't a nuclear warhead, but they hit their exact target inside Ukraine, just showing that hey, we could wipe you off the face of the map if we wanted. But yeah, they need to quit poking that bear because it's something's gonna happen, and it's yeah, it's like those movies you see, the mutual, what is it called? Mutual destruction, or assuring, like, people don't strike one place, because then that, like assured mutual destruction. It keeps people from nuking each other, but all it takes is one wrong decision, and then something's done that can't be undone. There's that cormorant out there still. Look, that thing's having a field day. Probably getting all kind of fish. I think what it does is the bait fish get washed, shad and stuff get washed through the locks and get stunned and knocked out, and then that cormorant's out there just picking them off. I didn't even know what a cormorant was till 922 told me. I said, "Look at them ducks. I've never seen ducks go underwater and pop up 50 yards away. I thought they were mallards." And he's like, "No, they're cormorants." I'm like, "Well, that would explain it." Jody said he would have sworn I wasn't going to talk and start fishing. I've been fishing. Y'all just can't see the reel spinning. If I hold it up high like this, it focuses on the reel and makes all the background blurry. So I try to hold it down out of the way. All right, time to get serious. We're going to get one. We're either going to catch a fish or get snagged this time. 12 people, 13 thumbs up. Come on, y'all, hit that thumbs up. If you don't like what you see, you can always take it back. Jody, I needed chapstick before I even got here. Out on the boat all weekend in the cold, in the wind, Saturday and Sunday. I need chapstick for my whole face. Normally I have a long, big old beard and mustache by now, but for I don't know, some reason I just been shaving. I think it's this warmer weather, the seasonably warm, the Indian summer we had. Here comes a big wave. Whoa, yeah, see, that was a good one. Here comes another big sucker. Another and another. They're getting bigger. And it's getting colder. Whoa, but yeah, I being out in that wind Saturday and Sunday on the boat both days, I should have took some Vaseline and rubbed it over my whole face. Oh, thanks, Jody. Appreciate it. Yeah, I missed it. I've been just looking at my environment. There's a lot going on around here. The birds up in the sky, the ducks in the water, the fish jumping, the workers working over there. I don't. There's workers behind me. And another reason I ain't been paying attention to chat is this weekend I got my PB, had the most amazing fishing of my life, and like no one watched. Like no one was watching. I had like 3 people when I caught my PB. Catching fish, had the best fishing of my life, and like I couldn't keep more than 5 people on my channel the whole time. So right now I'm kind of like hell with it. Whatever. I'll just fish and go live, and whatever happens, happens. And that's kind of how I always the attitude I always had, but I was watching my watch hours, and once my watch hours got like halfway there, like I was almost at 1,500 watch hours, and they like froze at 1,300. They were at like 1,329 for like a month, and I'm still not even halfway there. So that's kind of disconcerting. And then when I'm like live and don't have no one watching, that's kind of in other words, I was getting concerned about stuff I shouldn't be concerned with. When I started this channel, I said I'm just gonna fish. People watch, they watch, and I kind of lost touch with my original mentality I had going into it. But I regrounded myself. Everything's all good, but I am neglecting chat some. But I'll try to read it. But thanks for if Jose is in here still, if I'm saying that right, Josie Jose. Thank you for subbing. We're normally on the jet ski fishing, doing live streams. People seem to love that, but it's too cold for that. But we'll be back at it in the spring. I actually got to winterize my jet ski this year. There's a barge. We're going to do a fan cast. I've been casting the same path. We'll do a fan cast. Well, it would help if I could cast. Oh my goodness, that's the second cast I bombed. Let's try this again. There we go. You'd think I never casted before. And see, I'm casting out into the water. Sometimes when it's ripping like this and the water's up, the fish are real close in the shore. Like sometimes, like the fish are where I'm standing at. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. Yeah, I got my PB blue cat this weekend. I've been trying to break my PB for blue cat for a year, and I was convinced it wasn't going to happen this year because, you know, it's almost 2025. And sure enough, we got it. I beat it by 1.5 pounds. At first, I thought I beat it by like 15 pounds. I thought I had a 30-plus pounder, but I was just excited. And then as I picked the fish up and held it, I was like, it's not 30, but I'm pretty sure I beat my PB. And I did. It was awesome. And not only that, I caught multiple other fish that were amazing, amazing fish. Yeah, when I got here and there was no one here, and the people that was here left, I knew that that's not a good sign, but I was not going to let that deter me from trying. And my confidence is still 100%. Well, 99%. It would be 100%, but I got to leave soon. Yeah, I don't have time to try it, but I was going to tie. I was going to do a drop shot. Drop shots are for vertical on a boat. Dang, that about took us over. But I was going to put the drop shot on the end, tie a T-knot up here, and then have my swim bait up above the drop shot, and then just troll it, drag it back slowly. Because we get so many snags with swim baits here. And I thought maybe a drop shot rig will keep me from getting snagged up so much. But when I got more time, I'm going to try it. I can't believe we got that one fish. Like my first 5 minutes here, we hooked up on a good fish. It got off and nothing since. I have some Foley spoons. I should have put one of them on. The only thing with Foley spoons is the striped bass love them things, and I'm not trying to get this fluger reel destroyed by a striper. Because surprisingly, this reel still works after we got spooled last time. I'm pretty sure this reel was smoking. There's a short where this thing was spinning 1,000 miles an hour, and I'm pretty sure it was smoke coming off the reel. Hey, Skeeter. How you doing? I think I popped in your live this morning for a sec. Was you live this morning? I get my days mixed up. My days get so repetitive. See, one reason I feel like I'm not catching anything is because when I'm live, I fish more cautiously. I don't want to get snagged on a live every other cast. So I reel faster and I don't fish the bottom in the structure like I should be doing. See, I've been having luck with this white ice color, but them been cloudy, overcast days. I should put pink on or chartreuse on. That's what we'll do. Next cast, we'll change our color. If we don't get a fish right here, right now, we'll change our color. Wet and rainy and cold here. Snowstorms coming in this week. Yeah, it's supposed to get cold here too. I gotta winterize my jet skis tonight or today. All right, we're changing colors. We changing colors. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the burn, burn. Yeah, these are my confidence plastics. The pulsars, you can't beat them. Anyone that wants to catch sauger or walleye, you're probably thinking this dude's nuts. He ain't caught a dang thing. Anyways, but no, seriously. The walleye series, Mr. Twisters, are killer, and the pulsar, they're made by B Fishing. They're amazing. All right, we're gonna do chartreuse with the pepper flake, and if that don't work, we will do cotton candy. Here's cotton candy. The chartreuse is usually the number one walleye color, but last couple times I've used them, I didn't get nothing. This is the white, the ice, fire ice white has been the killer, but today it has not been. And like I said, the gates, every gate is open. This is the first time they've been open in weeks. Usually it's just one or two gates open. And when all the gates are open, the fishing is amazing. But I think what's going on is with only one or two gates open for the past few weeks, the fish got used to that and acclimated to that. And with this rain and all the gates open, that sudden change, shut the bite down. But give it a couple days and all the gates stay open. Oh, it'll be amazing. It will be amazing. I never use this jig head either. I wouldn't think a jig head would make any difference at all, but I'm not using a jig bait swim head. This is a round ball jig head. I wouldn't think a jig head would make any difference. I've never, like, people use the colored jig heads and the ones with the eyes on them, and I've always been 100% cool and confident with just a plain lead jig head. But the shape could be affecting it. Or I could be full of shiitake. And today's just not a good day for walleye. It is a little bright too. The walleye don't like the sun. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. The roof, the roof. So where's everybody watching from today? What state? We know Miss Jody's from Tennessee. I think Skeeter's Pennsylvania, aren't you? And Tara, that's pretty obvious. West Virginia. Aren't you in Pennsylvania, Skeeter? Hey, Rod. Rod Wilson. Come on down. This current's crazy. The river's flowing this way. I casted my bait there, and it's washing this way. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. I need a heavier jig head too, because it's taking way long to hit bottom. Oh, it's cold. Oh, we had one. We had one. Let's see if it'll come back. We had one for about 3 seconds, y'all. Oh, it's cold. I'm gonna have to get out of this water. My knees had about all they can handle. Woo! That went up over my belly. All the birds are over there. That's the place to be. I wish there was fishing access off of there. That whole long wall. I swear, when I was a little kid, I think there used to be. Because see that building over there with the flag? Well, there's a bike trail all along this river. There used to be railroad tracks. They took them out on that side. And there's a bike trail. There's a town about 20 miles downriver. And when I was a kid, I used to ride my bike up here on the bike trail. And we would come is to this Warwood town and that dam there, and we would stop. And there used to be plaques on the wall, like signs, probably like, I don't know, like 12 to 15 inches square. And it had pictures of all the fish and their names in a description. And there was like probably 10 plaques. So, and then plaques aren't there no more. So why would, that's what makes me think you used to be able to fish over there. Because if they had them plaques with the pictures of the fish and their descriptions telling you about them, I'm pretty sure there used to be a fisherman access area on that West Virginia side. There's not no more. I know that for sure. But I think when I was a kid, there used to be. Because I remember looking at them, reading them pictures. There's still no one here. But that doesn't always mean anything, because on this dam has a Facebook page, and like if one person's here in the morning and doesn't catch nothing, they'll post on there, "Oh, went this morning, skunked, it was no good." And it's like a chain reaction, you know. People see that, and then a second person posting, "Oh yeah, I was there too, nothing, no bites, spent all morning." And it's just like a chain reaction of people seeing those posts. And because I've been here days where it's empty and no one's here, and the fishing was amazing. And I go back on the Facebook page and look on the page to this dam, and see what other people caught, and everyone's talking how the fishing was no good today. And I'd scroll back, and it would be like 7 or 8 or 9 in the morning, someone would post how the fishing sucks. And it's just like a chain reaction of people seeing that, and they won't come. Like that, there's so many people. There's people that get on these pages and say, "Oh, is the fishing any good? Are they biting today?" And that's what they will base. That's what they'll base their decision off of, whether to go fishing or not. What they see on Facebook. They'll get on there and say, "Oh, are the walleye biting today?" And if people say no, they won't come. And if people say, "Oh yeah, great, good fishing," then they'll come. Like, you should never base your fishing off what other people are saying and doing. I mean, to an extent. Well, in other words, information's valuable, but don't make that the determining factor if you're going to go fishing or not somewhere. Like a good example of that, everyone's been saying the fishing sucks at the lake I've been at, and the water level's too low. Don't use the boat ramps, it's dangerous. Well, I use the boat ramps, and I only have one-wheel drive truck, and I caught my PB this weekend at that lake. And if you get on their Facebook page right now, there's like 24 people saying how horrible the fishing is, and the boat ramps are dangerous to use because the water's low. But yet, I got my PB this weekend, blue cat, and then a month ago, I got a 38-inch striped bass. But yet, people were saying how horrible the fishing's been. So you can't always go off what they're saying. It's best to just get out on the water and find out for yourself. Like today, the fishing sucks. I found out for myself. I might come back though if I can get out. If I can get back like with a couple hours daylight left, say like 4 o'clock. Well, actually, that ain't a couple hours daylight left, like 3 o'clock. Because my favorite time to walleye fish is golden hour. And that is an hour after, the hour time period before sunrise and after, and the hour time period before sunset and after. So there's 2 golden hours throughout the day. And my favorite is the evening golden hour for walleye. So we might come back to see what's popping. If I can I got to winterize my jet skis today too, so we'll see. We'll see. I almost went live earlier. I had to feed my kids python, and I almost went live, but I kind of wanted to go fishing, so I just threw the mouse in there real quick and grabbed my fishing pole. It's we feed it frozen mouse. You know what? I should have did this long ago. We're gonna cast over here by the pier. Oh, and I gotta get my knees out of this ice water. Oh my goodness. I only have one pair of longans on. I should have wore some sweatpants with my longans. Oh man, my knees. Why did I do that? Why did I stand out there? Why'd y'all let me stand in that ice water so long? Oh, hey, remember how I said the water's like cloudy when the gates are up? Look, remember, if anyone was watching from the beginning, remember how crystal clear it was? And now it's getting cloudy like it's supposed to be. So maybe that will make the fish bite turn on. The roof. I just about fell down. We don't need no water. Let the mother burn. Woo! My legs are numb. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Why did I stand in that water so long? Up to a week ago, get away from me, B. Up to like a week ago, the water was warmer than the air. To where you'd get in the water and it would feel warm. Anonymous, blah, blah, anonymous. Why can't I say that? Oh, we just had a bite. 357 says, nice rod. Thank you. Thank you. It's not the first time I've been told that. My knees are froze. I didn't realize it when I was in the water, but when I got out of the water, they are hurting. It woke me up all right. No, what woke me up was the splash of the ice water in my face earlier. I was trying to get a cinder block to put my rod in, and they were all underwater, and I had to go down and get one. And a wave came and got me in the face. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Doo doo doo. He was a good friend of mine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure what happened was the fish were acclimated to one or two gates being open for the past few weeks. It rained. Now all the gates are open. It changed everything, and the fish are either gone or just ain't biting. But give it a day or two, and this will be some of the best fishing ever. Because when the gates are open, that's usually prime time. I should have already left by now. I'm supposed to be somewhere at 12:45. Ooh, the wind's kicking up, y'all. I gotta put this hood up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, all I have on is a hoodie. I've been wearing this hoodie for like a week. And I just got done telling my kid to stop doing that. He had this Under Armour hoodie he wore every time he come to my house from his mom's. He had it on. I mean, he's got clean t-shirt underneath, but he'll go to school when it's cold in school, so he won't take the hoodie off all day. I'm like, you can't keep wearing, you can't do that. I said, unless you want to be made fun of or be at the bottom of the rung on the ladder, you can't wear the same hoodie every day. Now, if it's warm out and you're taking it off and people can see that you're not wearing the same clothes underneath, that's one thing. But when it's cold out and you wear it the whole day in school, people don't know that, you know what I mean? So I went and bought him another hoodie, like a mossy oak one with an American flag, like a camo American flag on it. Well, now he won't quit wearing that. He was at the house last night, and I tried to get him to wear the old uh, Under Armour one that he was wearing the death out of, and he didn't want to put it on. He wanted to keep wearing the other one. And then I bought him a Purple Riders one, which is and he ain't wearing that either. He'll pick one hoodie that he likes, and he'll just wear that every single day. He even got a hoodie with tags on it still, brand new, never worn. And I cannot get him to understand the concept of alternating. I said a hoodie's not like a jacket, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like a coat. You wear your same coat every day. because it's your coat. But a hoodie, some people wear hoodies like with nothing underneath them, like as a shirt. And people don't know that he's not. People don't know that he has a fresh, clean shirt on every day under that hoodie because he doesn't take it off. You know what I'm saying? And I remember what it was like in school. I remember there was this girl. She wore this Terrell Davis jersey, Denver Broncos, Terrell Davis jersey every day, and everyone made fun of her so bad. And she actually said, and get you, mind this, it was a white girl, and she got made fun of so bad for wearing Terrell Davis jersey every day to school. You know, she said, she said she's related to him. A white girl saying she's related to Black Terrell Davis because that's the only thing she could come up with. She's getting made fun of every day so bad, and for whatever reason, she said that Terrell Davis gave it to her because she's related. He was her uncle or cousin or something. But anyways, moral of the story, I remember what it's like in school, how vicious kids can be. So that's why I didn't want my kid wearing the same hoodie every day when he doesn't have to. We got to get one fish, y'all. One fish. One fish so I can feel like I accomplished something. I know there's that one fish out there. I wish I would have kept the ice, the white color one on, because that's the one I've been catching all the fish on recently. I cast that one out far by the lock. We'll probably end up with a dang striper. Probably end up with a dang striper. Hey, Thunderstruck, how you doing? You came in at a perfect time. Psych. There has been zero action. The first 5 minutes we hooked up on a good one. It got off, and we ain't had nothing since. I was just telling everyone how the locks are all open now, and that change is probably what turned the bite off. But once the fish get acclimated to it, it'll be some amazing fishing. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee. Tara saying hi, Justin. Hi, Justin. Hey, did anyone watch Skipjack Cindy's live on how to change the icons? Justin says, dang, I skunked my last day out right as the cold front was coming through here. Yeah, that happens. I'm about to skunk today because I'm running out of time. I should have left like 30 minutes ago. That duck is still out there diving, having the time of its life, getting its belly full. Maybe I haven't tried reeling fast. Maybe I should be freaking cranking that puppy good. We'll give it a few casts to some fast action. Tara says was there, but really wasn't paying attention. I asked because I was wondering if anyone had any luck changing their icon successfully that's not monetized. Because I did exactly what they said, and I went, and that little gear icon is not there to change them on mine. And I did it with an upcoming live scheduled. I tried it like that, and it wasn't there. And then I also actually went live and went in and tried to do it, and the gear icon wasn't there. I was just wondering if anyone changed the emoji icons on the side It's not monetized. Because I think you have to be monetized to change them, because I was not able to do it. And I seen in chat other people wasn't able to do it either. I'm just wondering if it's a monetization thing or not. Never going live, so don't know about any of it. I hear you. I hear you. I was on someone's page today and they got 50 subscribers, so they can go live now. It might have been Karen. I can't remember. I think it was Karen. I tried to check their profile out and they didn't have a page or nothing, but it did say they had 50 subscribers. Is Karen in here? That Karen Jeter or something? I look back at my pole and look, my line, you can't see it. My pole, you can't even see my pole. But somehow my line, it is like between my legs. It's coming right down here. Like, look. I think it is. Oh, wow. It ain't between my legs. It's on this side of me. I don't even know how that happened. I think my bait and everything got washed up into shore. My line's going this way. Like, oh, well. We'll give a few more casts. We're about to have to go. It's about to be a skunk. About to be a skunk. You talking about the heart and the smiley face? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can change those. Like Travis and Cindy has theirs as like a spider, a crab, and a helicopter. You can change them all. You can change them all. You can't change the heart, but all the other ones you can change them to anything you want. Oh, we got one. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We got a good one. Ah! Dang it! That's the second time that happened today. Man, that was a good one. Man, and that could have been a walleye. Didn't feel like a white bass. Dang it. And I was about to tighten my drag, and I decided not to, and now I'm full regret. I should have tightened that drag. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I was just saying it looks like we're gonna be a skunk, y'all, and then bam, fish on. And then bam, fish off. Dang. I usually don't get that upset, but that was a good one. Oh no, you ain't gonna look real quick, Justin. It ain't it's a process. That's why Cindy and Travis did a live to show people how to do it. You can't just go in and change them. You gotta have an upcoming live scheduled, or you have to be live, and then you got to get on a second device or computer or laptop and then go in like you're watching your channel, like you're gonna comment, and then next to where you type your comment in, there's some icons. We got another one, y'all. All right, we got a fish. Let's get this puppy in. Oh, it's something's wrong with my reel. It just made the most awful sound. I lied. I said that striper didn't mess my reel up when it spooled me. Hey, what the? What is going on? What is there, a scuba diver out there messing with me? Playing a joke? And my reel just made the most awful, like, clackety clack sound ever. I don't even know if it was my reel. I think it was my line. I don't know. Something's going on. And whatever that was, it was the exact same kind of fish as the first one. Well, not the first one from earlier, but the one that I just lost a second ago. It felt exactly the same. Could be some big old white bass. Oh, hey, thank you. Thank you, Julie. That's awesome. Love getting new subscribers, especially of people that know, people that aren't total strangers. I've been trying to grow my channel and make it a community, place for people to hang out and they get to know one another and support one another. But most of my subscribers are just total strangers, that don't know one another. But yeah, that's awesome. Oh, we got some gray skies rolling in. If anyone wants to drop their link, you just type dog on like my channel name, DOGAN, and you can drop Nightbot will drop your link. I want to catch whatever that was just to see if I'm. The first one, it felt like a big walleye, but then after I got the feel it a second time, I'm like, maybe it was some big white bass. And the fact I got bit 2 times on the same species of fish, there's a chance that we'll get another chance at it. I'm going to tighten my drag too. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets harder than a hoochie coochie. We laid rubber on the Georgia asphalt. Got a little crazy, but we never got caught. Down, 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 down. You know what, guys? There might be enough water to bump. Like for real, for real. I just thought about that. But the thing is the buoys are way down past there. So even though there's current ripping here, by the time it gets a half mile down, there might not be enough current. I bought a bumping rod and reel, and I've yet to catch a fish on it. I yet to bump. I tried bumping once, like 2 years ago, because we had some current, and it still wasn't even enough current to bump. But I bought a B&M bumping rod and got a nice low profile bait caster loaded with some 65-pound Berkeley X9 braid for bumping. And we haven't had no current and rain. We haven't had enough current in like 2 years. And I almost broke my bumping rod. Oh, all right, we got it. We got it. Let's get this puppy in. Oh, it got off. But I'm not that upset because it wasn't on that long. I don't. It might have only had. It might have only bit the tail. But them other two were on. Like we were hooked up. We were fighting the fish. But that time it let go. I think it just bit the tail and had a hold of the plastic, but not hooked. But the first 2 times we were hooked up. If anyone hasn't hit that thumbs up yet, please do. If you don't like what you see, you can always take the thumbs up back. But for now, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Is what it says online. I'm not monetized, so I can't change mine yet. Yeah, I'm not monetized either, and I couldn't change mine, so that's why I said I bet you have to be monetized. Because I watched their live, and I did step by. Cindy has a live. If you look at her like live, not her last live, because they were fishing in the rain last night, but their live before that, they went vertical live when they got home from fishing night before last, and they were showing everyone how to do it step by step. Maybe that is a barrel. I thought it was a log. Look, I thought it was a log. Then I thought it was a barrel. Then I thought it was a log, and now I'm thinking it's a barrel again. It's brown colored though. It looks like a piece of wood. I don't know, y'all. We're running out of time. I should have been gone like 45 minutes ago. We uh we might have to accept the skunk. Got 16 people in here now. It says double tap that screen if you just came in. You want to see us catch a fish, hit that like. 20 likes, we'll catch a fish. It's like, just kidding. I've been trying to catch a fish the whole time. We're cast in a different area. I've never casted over this way yet. We'll probably get a snag because that's usually what happens when you cast somewhere new. It's 12:36. We'll give it to 12:40. 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes to try to break the skunk. I've always said and questioned, is it really a skunk if you didn't give up? If you quit just because you ran out of time? Like if you gave it your all, you tried everything, and you quit because you're convinced you're just not going to catch nothing, then that is a skunk. But if you just run out of time and you got to go, you know, is that really a skunk? I'm not giving up. I just run out of time. Does that make any sense to y'all? Nah, we're gonna be leaving here with a skunk. No way to spin it. We got 3 minutes. I have to go. Thunderstruck dropped his link. Anyone in chat wants to check him out and subscribe, do it. Do it, do it. You check him out, say, hey, I subscribe to your channel, and I'm sure he'll extend the courtesy and subscribe to your channel. That's how it works, y'all. Somehow I ended back up in the deep water, and my knees are in this ice water, and they are already hurting again. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Ding, 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 ding. 2-minute warning. Yeah, that's a log. Sure looks like a barrel, but that's a log. I thought that piece sticking out of the top was like the barrel lid peeled back, but that's where when they chopped it and the tree fell, the piece of wood that was still connected, it just broke off, you know. But yeah, that's a big old log. So much for your 12:45 appointment. I know. Good thing is it's in my town, and my town's only like 5 minutes from here, so I'll still be able to make it. I'll just be one of them people showing up late and expecting instant service, you know? Nah, I planned on taking the day off because I had an appointment. I got to winterize my jet skis. I didn't have nothing on the schedule, anyways. I had to go run errands and pay some bills this morning. So, like, between running errands and paying the bills and appointment at noon, and I already felt like the day was short. So, and it is Thanksgiving week. So, I can easily justify skipping work today. Now, if I had stuff scheduled, then no way. Definitely wouldn't have skipped work because I need the money. My kid's birthday is freaking the same week of Christmas. But I guess it's no different than people who have like 2 kids. You got 2 kids and you got 2 Christmas presents, 2 kids to buy Christmas stuff for. So having a kid with the birthday the same week of Christmas is no different than having, 2 kids you got to buy Christmas gifts for. But in my mind, it's just so much worse, you know what I mean? Having Christmas, and the hardest part is figuring out what stuff you're going to dedicate for Christmas and what stuff you're going to, because every year you end up with just a bags of stuff you're looking at, and then you got to try to decide what to give for Christmas and what to give for birthday, to where it doesn't feel like he's got gypped on birthday or gypped on Christmas, you know what I mean? So I got to try to give make both birthday and Christmas good for him, you know. This year will be easy though because there's not going to be much stuff. Usually I already have all my Christmas and birthday stuff bought by now, because I buy stuff like, I always buy summertime stuff in the winter. Like I buy my heated jacket and my buddy heater in the summer, and in the wintertime I buy bug spray and sunscreen because it's like 50-75% off. So throughout the summer I'm buying Christmas stuff, sleds and toys like these snowball scooper things. It makes snowballs like a shovel. You like tongs. You like scoop the snow and press it closed, and and then there's these igloo, like these plastic things with a handle. You make igloo ice blocks out of, like for snow, making snow forts. Like I buy stuff like that in the summertime because you get it dirt cheap. But usually I have all my stuff And then like Amazon, the lightning deals they have with the countdown, you get stuff dirt cheap. Usually I have all my birthday and Christmas stuff bought by now. Like everything's bought, uh hidden, just waiting to be wrapped. But this year I don't really have much of anything yet. Kind of waiting on a miracle, like winning a scratch off lottery or something. All right, it's past the time. This is the last cast. We'll give it a big old going. Last cast, y'all. Cross your fingers. Oh, my feet are froze. My knees are so cold I can't feel them, and now my toes are so cold. Oh, I thought we had one. It's a snag. I was excited for a second. I was excited. Let's see if we can't get that free. Nope. That's fitting. The last cast of the session is a snag. Oh, we got it back. We got it back. Well, it's official. It's a skunk. Unless we got one on our rod over there that's casted out. The line was doing some funny stuff. Oh boy. And these waders, I never realized how cold my legs are until I start walking and moving. When you're standing still, not moving, your legs just get numb. But then when you got to walk and actually use your legs, then you realize how cold you are. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. At least the sun popped out. Baby, when it's cold outside. Look at that pole. Sure looks like there's a fish on it. It's freaking bent over. Oh, 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 oh! What was that? Did y'all see that? Did I just get broke off? I think I just got broke off. What the heck? Yeah, I did. Look, my line's all twisted around the. We just got broke off, y'all. Did you see that freaking rod? Oh, we got spooled. Dang it. I had braid on there. That's down to the mono backing. God dang it. That sucks. We had a good one. It spooled me and broke me off, and I didn't even know it. I should have known something was up when I said, look at the line. It's going by between our legs. Dang it. If we was like 1 second earlier, we would have had time to get that before it got down to the backing and broke off. Dang. Sure enough, broke me clean off, man. I wonder if I can find the other end of it so all that braid's not out there in the water. Yep, it spooled us. Let's see if we can't find that braid so we can at least get it out of the water. My knees feel like ice cubes. What's up? You're no good. How you doing? Any Finn? Thanks for stopping by. We're gonna see if we can't find this braid. I don't want all that line being out there in the water. Since it was my doing. When I was standing out here waiting, casting, that line was like right along my legs behind me. Let's see. See, we were standing about right here. And I said, look at my line. It's between my legs. Bam, right there. Holy cow. How the heck did I find that? Is that my line? What the heck? Oh, there it is. Imagine if the fish is on here still. Oh, it's, how the heck is it wrapped around my legs now? Now it's wrapped around my legs. I found it. Look. Imagine if the fish is on there still. I gotta get a stick because I can't fight a fish with braided line with my bare hands. So I doubt the fish is on there because it would have pulled this line all the way out into the river. But just in case the fish is on there, we're gonna get a stick so we can wrap it around it. Yeah. Cindy came in. Hey, Cindy. I just had a fish break me off and spool my line, and I didn't know it until I went back. I had a pole over there in that brick, and right as I was walking up to it, the pole started going bam, 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 and I went to go grab it, and the line popped. It spooled me all the way down to the backing, and I found my line out in the water, and now we're getting it out of the water and hoping there's a fish on the end of it. I highly doubt the fish is on it because it would have just took off and ran, you know. It would have ran all the way out there and the line would be gone if there was a fish on it. Nope, here's the other broken end. No fish. But at least we got the line, all this braid out of the water. I'm going to walk out one more time, make sure there ain't no more braid I can find. I think that's what happened. The fish is gone. So the line must have got broke. Yeah, the line must have got wrapped around something and broke off a second time, and the fish is gone. The fish that spooled me is long gone. I don't feel as bad though because we got to the lake Saturday and we spent like an hour. I found this huge crawdad thing. I don't even know if it was a crawdad because it was blue. I never, crawdads are like brown and red. But there was this huge crawdad. It was like bluish green, big as my hand. I never seen one that big. And it was wrapped. It had braided line all wrapped around its body and its pincher. And then the line was stuck to a rock. And we spent like an hour getting it untangled. And we set it free. So we did a good deed. That doesn't excuse this, but I don't feel as bad being that I saved. Oh, there's our freaking. There it is. Look. So we don't have a fish out there running around with braid in it. That's good. That's good. I was bummed out that there was a fish out there running around with braid attached to it. You know what? It's official. Last time I was out here, I said I might have a hole in my waders. My feet is cold, but I couldn't tell if it was cold because water. I couldn't tell if it was cold because water was getting in my boots or if it was cold just because my feet was getting cold. But today, I stepped in the water, just got out of the car, stepped in the water, and my foot was very cold, very quick. I said, I think there's a hole in my boot now because I was only in the water for 5 seconds. The cold didn't have time to transfer through the waders, through my longins, and into my skin. But last time I wasn't sure because I was standing in the water for over an hour. I just couldn't tell if I was cold or if water was getting in. But then today I stepped in and it was very cold, very quick, and I felt pretty sure there was a hole in it. But now I'm 100% positive there's a hole in my waders because I can feel the water in my right leg and boots sloshing around, and it's filled. It is filled with water, major filled. All right, there's my sinkers too. Dang, at least we got all that braid out of the water. I got a pair of Orvis waders at home, but I don't know where they're at. Dang, I'm gonna try to get these this without getting. All right, we got it. We got our sinkers too, and we found more braid. That's good. All right, we got all of our line out of the water. Thank goodness. There's enough crap in this river. I don't want to be adding to it. Woo, boy! Not only do I have a hole in my waders, I got a freaking. We blew a freaking seal, or we sprung a major leak. My whole freaking leg, it's coming up to my let's just say underwear. It is freezing. It's even hard to walk because I think I have like 20 pounds of water in my legs. That's why my knees were hurting so bad. My line, it wasn't just cold. It wasn't just cold, it was wet. And that's why my knees were hurting so bad because I actually had water in my waders. You should have seen the water when I first got here, how clear it was. It was clear, like even out there, it was crystal clear. Like you could see, it was like 3 feet deep, and you could see it crystal clear. It's getting a little churned up now. It's very weird because usually this time of year, it's like chocolate milk, you know. There's somebody else's braid. Yeah. Ooh, we got a hole. I'm about to drive home half naked because I don't know if I can bear this cold water in my boot. Yeah, I don't know. I think I got like 2 gallons of water in my pant leg. It feels about right. What's a gallon of water weigh? Like 8 pounds? And it feels like there's about 15 pounds. My leg's about 15 pounds heavier than normal. So I'd say there's probably about 2 gallons of water in my wader. Oh my goodness, I'm freezing. Woo-wee. Well, it doesn't even matter that we ran out of time for fishing. We would have had to leave no matter what, because I think it was a little hole that was making me not sure if I had a hole in the waders or not, turned into a big hole because they just started gushing and filling with water. Like a hole in the side of a ship. I should have known there was a hole in them because I haven't wore these waders for like a week. And when I put them on today, the inside, the feet were a little damp. Oh, shoot. We had the low power mode message. But yeah, I was saying I should have known there was a hole in these waders, because when I put them on today, I haven't worn them for about a week, and the feet were a little damp. I thought they were just damp from like sweating, you know, but nah. Hey, you guys want to see the dumbest sign in history? Wait till you see the other side of this sign. You're going to be like, what the what? As two stands would say. Like, I was highly offended when I came one day with a knife and a gun on me, and I seen this sign. How dumb is that? No knives on a fishing pier? Get the hell out of here. Like, someone should have took a chainsaw to that sign long ago. They put it up like a year ago. No knives on a fishing pier. Okay. And when I'm here at 3 in the morning by myself, no guns? Okay. Sure, buddy. We'll follow that rule. Not. Ain't that the dumbest sign you ever seen? No knives at a fishing pier? Deep Fried Wing says that's beautiful water. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My car feels so warm because the sunshine. I gotta pee. I'll try to wait until I get home and get these waders off. Oh! Woohoo! There's more water in these waders than I thought. Because when I just got in the car and sat down, it started flowing up my leg. Oh Lord. I'm only like 10 minutes from home where I would be stripping down in the parking lot. But as long as it would take me to get these waders off, we could be home already. That's a nice truck. F-250. Even got temp tags on it. Somebody got some money. I only think it could make it better is if it was F-350. I wanted an F-350 for so many years, quad F-350, and I finally got one. It just sits. I haven't driven it in 8 months. Gas is so expensive, or fuel, I should say, is so expensive to where I don't drive it. Well, we skunked. I can't believe those fish that I caught got off. Like, they were hooked up good, fighting good, stealing the line. The spool was spinning and zinging, and then poof, they were off. I don't know. They could have even been some big old crappie, because the spool was spinning. They were fighting, stealing line, like they were hooked, and then just poof off. Like, if it was crappie, they're ripped. Like, if there was a big crappie on the end and I didn't know it was crappie, it could have ripped their lips, because their crappie lips are paper thin. And there's crappie, crappie that are over 2 pounds in the Ohio River. Totally normal to catch a stringer full of 2 pound plus crappies. So, because it did feel weird. It didn't quite feel like a walleye. It didn't quite feel like a white bass. And for both of them to get off, to be hooked up like that, and the drag spinning, the spool spinning, and stealing line and running, and then just poof, they're off. And it happened twice. Makes me think that they maybe were some crappie. And me not knowing they're crappie, being too hard on them, I ripped their lips. It's the only way I can justify it to make sense in my mind. Because they were fight. I mean, it felt like a walleye, but it didn't feel. It was different. Just would have had to feel it and be there and have the rod in your hands. And then white bass, they fight more violently. They try to run for cover and get down into the brush or the rocks. But like I said, there's over hundreds of species of fish in that river. It could have been anything. Could have been anything. Beautiful sunny day. What's the temp? 48 degrees. Pretty good for November. Pretty good for November. Oh, I gotta plug my phone in. I hope I don't get copyrighted, because when I got into the car, the radio was playing a little bit, and the Grinch was playing Mr. Grinch. Did y'all hear the Grinch playing when I got into the car? $23 thumbs up. If anybody hasn't hit that thumbs up yet, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it now. Do it. Do it. Do it. Well, I think my left foot, I don't know. The right side right's full of water. The left isn't full of water, but it still feels awfully damp. I might have sprung 2 leaks. Yeah, I have another pair of waders, but I got a bad habit of putting things away to where I won't lose them, and then I lose them. Like there's this car title I have been looking for a year. I got this 91 Cadillac with only 40,000 miles, all original. It's even got the original Motorola car phone in it. Like it's freaking old school. Awesome. And I cannot find the title. I thought I put it in this book. And I went to this book and I flipped to the pages to go retrieve it, and guess what? No title. So now I don't even know that title. Did I ever even put that title in that book? Was that a title to a different car? I don't know. Or was it the Cadillac title and I did put it in that book and I took it out and put it somewhere else? I don't know. All I know is I've been looking. Well, I wouldn't say been looking, but I gave up. It's been over a year. And what sucks is I've had people wanting to buy this car. I had somebody 4,000 cash in their hand, and I couldn't sell it because I didn't know where the title was. And I can't get a new title because when it got notarized and signed over, I never put it in my name. I left the buyer's name blank. So it's notarized and it's signed, but it never got actually put in my name. So I can't even go get a duplicate title if I wanted. And tracking the people down that it's in their name, that's not an option because nobody in their right mind is going to go through all the trouble of getting a new title for a car that they done already sold and made money on. Like they're done or over it. Nobody's going to do that unless it was someone you were friends with or related to. But a total stranger, they're not going to go file for a lost title just out of the goodness of their heart. You know what I mean? So if I don't find that title, I'm going to just have to scrap it or part it out, which is break my heart. A 91 Cadillac DeVille with only 40,000 original miles. That's unheard of. Unheard of. It says there's 10 people in here. Anyone just come in, go ahead and hit that. Y'all ever see an actual toy store? Check that out. A real deal, old fashioned American toy store. And it's got 4 levels, 4 different stories. When I was a kid, I used to love that freaking store. The basement has all the sporting goods, the baseballs and basketball hoops and frisbees and badminton and bicycles and skateboards and rollerblades. And then the first floor is like all like trains and model cars and hobbies. And then the second floor is nothing but games, all board games. And the third floor, it's like a mix of everything, really. Well, my phone's on 1%. I'm going to end this live. Everyone watch, thank you, appreciate it. And I may be live later, like right before sundown.